And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody out in the crypto world. This episode of Clown World and Crypto is brought to you by Good Games Guild, where traders are gathering together to help these gamers take over the metaverse, and Donkey Finance, where traders are attempting to donkey punch the markets. I know MJ is laughing his ass off right now. Okay. So, Bitcoin, what are we doing? All right, everybody wants to know. We've got several DMs. People, oh, you said by the end of the year. No, it's what I said that my bias at the end of the year, right? I always talk about probabilities to the top side and to the downside, right? So if I got a weekly chart here, I want to get this straight. People, they only, that's why I say, hey, don't listen to any goofballs out here in YouTube land, including me. All right. This is not why we do this. Let's see here. Everybody's going to have their own idea of what's going on in the markets. And if you are a trader and you are just looking to YouTube videos to get signals or, trade setups, you're missing the whole point. You're going to end up getting wrecked and wrecked bad. None of us know what the hell we're talking about, right? We're just pretty faces on YouTube talking smack. But what we do at Alpha Trading is we know the probabilities, and these probabilities are solid. These are built on really, really good mathematics. You can trust the indicators we use at Alpha Trading. They will not let you down. Just like last week, right? What happened? Okay, we had this big dump. Where did it dump to? It dumped to the third standard deviation normal distribution. Last week's candle went exactly to it. Let me, let's see here. Yeah, right now, it dropped. It dropped back down to about did it drop back down to second, third, fourth, fifth? 37, 430. These things are pretty fluid. Sure, that's the right number. No, that's actually doing the beg my pardon. Beg my pardon. Give me a second. And I'm actually looking to this week's getting bad numbers. Bad Bilbo. 41,851 is where that third standard deviation last week went to. On this specific exchange, it went down to 41.6, something like that. But actually, when the move was happening, it hit it within $30. Pretty powerful. When you got an asset that's worth this much and you can just look to a deviation level and it nails it like that and bounces from there, that's pretty strong. Pretty strong indeed. So, what am I looking for this week? First of all, let's take a quick peek at this price action. All right, let's take a quick peek at this price action. I'm going to take the 50% dump we had, right? We had this all-time high back here at about 65K, right? We had a couple weeks of down, couple weeks of up, and then we really, right? This is distribution going on up here. We finally had this spillover, had a 50% pullback. Look what happened 5 weeks later. See this wick, right? Bitcoin loves to do this. Bitcoin loves to have a big dump, have a little relief, have a little bit of a relief. You can see even this week almost caught the bottom side of that wick. 2 weeks later, it actually did, went a little bit below it. This is why you got to be real careful when Bitcoin does this, right? Because is this move to the downside done? I don't believe so. I really don't believe so. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go lower than 41, but I do think that the market's about to drive everybody freaking bat nuts crazy, man. We're probably going to be we're probably going to be stuck in a $10,000 range, possibly to the end of the year. Possibly to the end of the year. So what am I looking for up here? Now, isn't this special? At the end of the year, the top side of the 68.3 is right about 54K. What's right at 53.5, right? There's an institutional gap at 53.5. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Bitcoin pumped up to it, rejected from there, quite possibly go to the bottom side of the 68.3. We're talking right back down, 41.2. Okay, so we got to be real careful here. I do think though that is what I see going on. Bitcoin's just not going to immediately bounce out of here. That's not how Bitcoin works. We're going to be down in this range for a while, probably stuck in this 68.3% range on Laplace distribution, about a 10K range. So, as a volatility trader, do we like this? Hell yeah, we like it. There's going to be a ton of trades. I'm getting ready to fire up the trading sessions. I haven't been trading at all. I'm not going to lie at all. I haven't been in a trade in, I don't even know, 2 weeks now, probably. But this is going to be a juicy little range, and it's probably, considering the indicators we use, it's going to be really easy to trade this stuff. Because I'm not saying we're not going to have some quick, powerful moves to the upside, quick, powerful moves to the downside. When you get down in and you're just down in this little range like this, it's a lot easier to gauge. It's a lot easier to gauge besides these big dumps, big pumps, right? This is where there's going to be a lot of juice in this range right here. I mean, you got a 10K range. These algos are going to be battling each other. And then you go over to like onto my main trading chart over here, and you've got indicators like our coefficient of variation that I've got just on the Wolfsbane right now, our Z-score, our returns oscillator. I'm working on something real special for everybody too. Here's a little quick. This is not the final workings, but it's the dictator, and I've got a plan. I just we're upgrading the code so I can do some special stuff with it. You got our entropy indicator, right? All these indicators give you real time, actionable intel, right? That's what we want as a trader, big time. We drop down on the 15-minute right now. I know exactly what this chart's going to look like with the move we're just having, right? Just let me put a little vertical right here. We started having an outlier to the downside right here. This is typical Bitcoin. This is typical Bitcoin all day long. Let me get another little trend line here. Sneaky little trend line. This has not printed yet. All this happened so fast. Oh. Okay, so we get this outlier, right? The variance starts to rise. Having an outlier, it's negatively correlated. So we get this 15-minute candle, 393, about $500 move. One 15-minute candle. Wait till Bitcoin's over 100K. You're gonna have a couple $1,000 15-minute candles. Not that we don't already, but it's going to be a lot more common. A lot more common. So Z-score shot down at the same time. Returns oscillator rejected right there off of the zero mean to the downside. Now this is where it gets interesting. Right when you open up this candle right here, the first part of this move, that variance goes positively correlated. Has a little brief moment where it lost its outlier, where it went sideways right there. That was this bull div between returns and price action, setting up. Right, got a lower low on price action, higher low on the returns oscillator coming off of this little rejection off the zero mean. So right at that point, as soon as that bear div printed, you might as well just go right over here. Bam. Change that little line to green. Now the up move, right? Right off of the bull div on the 15-minute. Bam. Right to where we're at. So if I was in this scalp, right, what's the first thing am I going to do? Am I looking for an exit using these indicators? You can, yeah. You can wait till the variance starts going sideways. It's already starting to turn over a little bit, and it's getting pretty damn high, to be honest, right? So is the Z score, right? It barely got above the 95% confidence interval right here, and it's already turning back down. It could bounce right here on the 90 or on the 90% interval, though, and we could continue back up to the upside. But if you immediately switch over here too, let's get that closer. You go over to here, where would I have taken profit at? I would have taken profit at the 68.3, right? This white cross line. That's the top side of the daily 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Did it go by it a little bit? Yeah, it sure did. But look where the candle closed. Pulled right back to it. And also is what you got here. That's the center of the weekly range. So is that a good place to take profit on that move? Hell yeah. And while I'm over here and I know that bull div was setting up right there, look where price action was right at the bottom after that 15-minute, 5-minute, $500 candle. Where did it bounce? The bottom side of the daily 68.3 Laplace distribution range. If I would have got to my workstation sooner, this is a no-brainer trade right here. When you learn how to use these charts and these indicators together, no-brainer. No-brainer. You see that bull div setting up, and you saw the variance lose its negative correlation right on this first small 15-minute candle. Considering you're at the bottom side of the 68.3, whoop, that was pretty much a no-brainer. Now this could go higher. Can it go up to the first standard deviation normal distribution up here? 50,000, almost 51K. Sure it could. Hell, this thing could be on the way to fill this institutional gap. Where's it at? It's right here on the 4-hour, on this last 4-hour candle of the day. 1, 2, 3. It's at about the 4th standard deviation. Little hard to really gauge if this thing's going to go this high in the last 4-hour candle. But one thing you can do, why I have a PB2 on this chart, I'm going to go right here to the starting candle, 5 hours back. Let's see where this is at. Because very rarely are you going to get outside the 99.7. It's right there, right now. Right? You can see this is the 99.7% Laplace distribution range from the beginning of this move. Can it go beyond it? Sure it can. This is when I like to go in here, kick on, show band 12. What is band 12? It's the 0.9999% probability range. Okay. You can see where it's at right now. It's a little bit above the 1SD. So this thing by all means can go up here. Now, what are the odds of this price action on this run right now of crossing this area right here at about 51.4? You've literally, I just showed you the odds. It's so small, right? 0.00000001, something ridiculous. So if this does continue to go up here, if it gets by this first standard deviation to the top side on the daily, plus you're also working, what is this red line right here? That is the R2 on the daily volatility range that's down here, right? That is the R2. But we had a pretty tight volatility range today too. So, right, we come up here, we reject off the top side of the daily volatility range. Where does it bounce? The 1SD, the first standard deviation normal distribution to the downside. That's where this price action bounced from. Now look what we've, done today. This right at this point, we have ranged in between the first standard deviation. Okay, so let's see, what was the low? 47, yeah. So it got down with that wick, 47,150, 51K, not bad. It's about a $4,000 range, which makes sense. But when you see a tight range like that, you got to realize you got to add all this price action in. So quite a bit of price action's been going on. I mean, probably close to about 6K of price action, especially after this late day move here. So this is what I do right here. I mean, if you were to stay in the trade by just using the variance, which look, it just straightened back out with that 15-minute candle. This thing is getting a little high, right? But look at the dump that we had the other day on the 15-minute. Look how high that variance got. I mean, this can go as high as it wants. to be honest. So it's all about how much profit do you need? How much profit or how greedy are you going to be before one of these 15-minute candles? What if this thing rejects and slams down to the 1SD to the downside and you lose all your profit? You go to the bathroom for 10 minutes. You come back. Oh, what happened? I was in all this profit. So it's how greedy are you? How much profit do you want? Kind of wish I would have been able to take this trade, to be honest. But hey, it's all good. And look at the entropy, right? This is what's so powerful about our entropy indicator. Dropped into trend almost immediately. Same spot, right? That one candle I was telling you about right here, it was still random. And as soon as that candle got up and closed above these deviation band Gaussian mean here, it just took off. It took off, entropy dropped into trend. The correlation is to the top side, and right now it is increasing. So this could go higher. There we go. That's right. Let's see. But interesting times, right? Altcoins getting wrecked. Now everything's on the move, right? And I'm sure everybody's getting excited. Be real careful. Be real careful because this thing's going to range. You don't have a big dump like that, you're not going to come out of it immediately. In my opinion, we're gonna be in this 10K range for a while. That's just my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. That's how Bitcoin works. You get a big dump like that, it's gonna mess around down here for a while and just drive everybody crazy before we start this uptrend again, right? And it might not even be the bottom, right? If we go back over here onto the chart. Holy shit, man, our weather is changing big time. We got a big storm coming in. Get a ski. Okay, let's see here. Let me get my measuring tool. Now, if you go wick to wick on this pullback, right? It's about actually, this is real interesting. This wick, what am I on? Oh, that's why. You silly, silly, silly. Let me see if it'll bring this up on perps. I mean, you can see, yeah, perps is a little different. See the blue dot? It's right at it. Right at it right there. It was perps that hit the third standard deviation. The USD pair didn't quite get down there, but you're going to see that a lot with perps, right? Usually you get a big dump like that, the perpetual futures, they are going to go a lot lower than USD. So I just wanted to show you that because I'm over there on the regular chart going, what the hell is happening? We go back to index. So get the measuring tool one more time. So yeah, on the USD, BTC USD pair, we got about 37% move. Perps, it was about a 40% move, right? We had this 50% pullback over here, right? And even got a little more, right? We had this wick. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to literally see this thing test the bottom side of this 68.3. Maybe not this week, right? Maybe next week, right? Sometime before the end of the year, this thing could definitely come down and test this 41K area, right? Get a little bit lower than it did before. Let's see yeah, 43.5 is about where the USD pair got down to. So, I mean, literally, perps dropped about 2K below that. All right, let's see here. So, by the end of the year, this is what I'm looking for. The 68.3 is about 54.317. The bottom side of the 68.3, 40,600 after a dump like this, especially I mean, we're talking, what do we got? 3 weeks left? 3 weeks left in the year? Oh, shit, where'd this year go, guys? Guys, where the hell did this year go? Are you kidding me right now? Well, and they're running this scam on the entire world with all this bullshit with this virus. I mean, time just flies, I suppose. It's a sad thing. Um, so now what's my bias, right? Am I up here? Remember, this is where I was at, right about $100,000 Bitcoin. That was when price action was up here above the mean of this projection from the 60K high after that 50% dump off. Because look at the projection. how this thing it's just been respected. Bounces off the 99.7, goes sideways until it gets support on the 95.4, takes off to the upside. Where does it reject from? Right? So if you start this projection right here from the 41K low, it rejects off the 95.4 Laplace distribution range. 2 weeks in a row, 2 wicks, right to the projection. Rejection, rejection, rejection. New all-time high. So far, 40% pullback on perps, about 37 USD pair. I'm looking here for the end of the year now, right? In my opinion, we're not going to just fly out of here. Look at this. Look after this. I mean, look, right? I'm talking about now. When do I think Bitcoin's going to hit this 95.4? I could see Bitcoin messing around all December, to be honest, right? Probably into middle of January, and then start taking off again. And you're going to see candles just like this on the weekly. I would not be shocked at all. That's what Bitcoin loves to do, hang out in a range. Let's see what this range was after the dump. 41.8 and about 30. So about a 10K range. So it would not shock me at all if we range in this 68.3. Boom, 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 boom. Wham! Here, let's draw. Who knows? Maybe we go up here. Whee! Then we come down. Then we go up. Then we go down. Then we go up. Then we go down. Okay. Go ahead. Screenshot that. Let's get rid of our funny little drawings. That's what I could see happening at this point, right? Because just from my experience with Bitcoin, this thing is not going to just pop the hell out of here. If it does, I'm all for it. That's why we trade volatility. But it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin loves these ranges. We're back stuck in this 68.3 range for now. Now, if we close a weekly candle above the top side of this 68.3, my bias could possibly change. Right? My bias could possibly change. We'll see how this ends up working. We really will. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's let's change these to 4 weeks back real quick. Let's see what that down move did. And is what I'll probably do is get another set of PBs up here so I can run 3 different projections. Okay. Well, so on if you start a projection from the dump candle, right? We got below the 95.4. You can see on the first week, it pulled down below the 95.4, sucked back up. Why? Well, 4.6% chance that this candle was going to close outside that range, right? Literally a 95.4% chance it was going to close in this range, and it did. Next week goes down, pretty much finds some nice support on 95.4 again, pulls up. Dropped last week down, almost closed inside of it, but we opened up this new week, got a little down move, whoop, pulled right back up. So right now it's finding some support inside this projection right here, the 95.4. So if you want to use this, right, where is the bottom side of the 68.3? Hey man, it's up there at 63K. I'm not saying this thing can't go up there, but when you run the projection from back here, it looks to me like we're going to be in that 10K range in the 68.3. And this is just showing me, hey, so right here, we could go up to, let's see, Here's where it is, right? This is about the top side of the range right here. Where's the bottom side? Right down here, about at the 95.4, right? So if you're using this projection, this thing we could just mess around, boom, 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 bouncing off the 95.4 into the end of January and then take off. All right. But obviously, this thing caught some people off guard. There's no doubt about it. I really didn't think it was going to dump out before the end of the year. It did, though. Hey, people got taxes to pay. People are selling off some Bitcoin. We'll see. Of course, everybody's scared to death of some damn virus. It's not even killing people now. As these new variants pop up, it's ridiculous. They're more infectious, but they're not killing it's not killing anybody. But the media is just, oh my God. Clown world, clown world and crypto. If I didn't say earlier, yeah, brought to you by Good Games Guild and Donkey Finance. Shameless plugs, not financial advice. Look into them. All right, let me go to the stream chat, see what's happening here. Yeah, yeah. So I pretty much on trades I use the what'd you just say there? Yeah, here, let me pull it up. That's why it's good to use the smooth, man. Let's take a peeky poo. Yep. No, it dropped below. Yeah. That's why I like to use the smoothing, man. That's why I like to use the smoothing 100%. Because it did print on the smooth. Or didn't print yet. It could all happen too damn fast for the old returns oscillator. That's why. This is just, the reason why I have these on or because I'm on stream. This is a teaching tool for you to understand how to read divergence. That's all it is, right? You need to learn to read it without it printing. You need to understand that when you have a lower high on the oscillator and a higher high on price action, what is that, right? Fair div. All right. When you get a higher high on price action, lower high on the oscillator, bear div. Exactly the opposite for bull div. You get a lower low on price action and a higher low on the oscillator. It's bullish divergence. But then, of course, you have your continuation divergences, your hidden bear and hidden bull. So learn how to read the div. That's all I can say. Let's go over here. Yeah. So we've ranged one SD range. Powerful little Bitcoin. And this is, if we get stuck in this 10K range to the end of the year, this is gonna be beautiful for intraday trading. For intraday trading, it's going to be beautiful for sure. Crap, it's cold here. I haven't got my little electric fireplace going. It's so cute. Get some water. Who's got some questions? Time to fly, Julia. The dynamic duo. Either one of you have a question, type it in the stream chat. Let's see who else. Say, Ron. You always have a question. Those were just statements. I know you have a question. Let's go over to let's see what's going on in the ultimate power means. And our variance log MAs that I actually is what I've done here. These are the ultimate power means, but I've got them smooth to be able to identify trend a little better, right? That's what I'm using them for, where I'm using the log variance MAs as actual power means set to different numbers, right? That's what I'm doing. Let's see what's happening here. We've got the reverse Fisher on the 2-day at about 51,670. That is interesting. It's going to be a lot higher on the daily. Yeah, on the daily, it's 55,459. But we've actually got the 9 length log MA power mean here at about 52. Could be making a run up for that. But like I said, right, I'm going to play this day by day, intraday trade this stuff because I do believe we're going to be stuck down here in this range for a while. Bitcoin usually does not pop out like right, especially right after a big dump like that. It's going to range, right? And right now, the ball is in the Bears' courts. They're not going to get the Bulls. They're not going to let these Bulls get away with too much, of course, unless Michael Saylor comes in and buys $500 million in Bitcoin. You never know. Yeah, man. Especially if you get a setup like I just showed, what just happened on the bull div. I definitely trade it. Definitely trade the hiddens. 100%. 100%. Like that, really, actually, this move from right up here, it started at about, I don't know, 49.4 and ended up with that big flush out candle to, yeah, 48.8 or whatever. I mean, that started with some hidden. Right? That started with some hidden bear. Lower low, lower high on the oscillator, higher high on price action. That started this down move. And that created bull div. The hidden bear created bull div. Yes, it did. But let's look on the VRE. What happened? Yeah, it was kind of up here too. It got by the top of the day. This would have been a tough trade if you were playing it like this off the bull div. That was a no-brainer. So it was bouncing right off the bottom side of 68.3. Here, though, it got up above the top of the daily range. That daily range sucked it right back in, had one little up move, and then boom. So yeah, I definitely trade them, especially high time frames. Crying out loud. Let me show you something. Let's go to there. Let's go to the weekly. This latest move to the top side, right? This latest move to the top side, that was hidden bull, right? That was hidden bull dip. Lower low on the oscillator, higher low on price action, and we literally made that move from 41 to 69, right? It was 20K off of hidden. So yeah, I definitely trade them, especially higher time frames. And so if we pop over here on the 2-day real quick, what is setting up right now? That's why I'm not saying that this thing cannot return by the end of the year and this thing shoot to 100K. It would not surprise me at all. I'm just saying, usually Bitcoin is not going to pop out of after a big dump like that. It could. This thing's an animal. But what are we setting up right now? Right? What are we setting up? Right? Bull div. Setting up some bull div. Just like it set up and we had this little move up here. Boom. Coming off of some bull div. But look what the weekly's printing. All right. The weekly's literally printed hidden bear. And it created this freaking 2-day monster candle to the downside. So another thing to watch is where is this returns oscillator going? Right now, it's barely below the zero mean. Today, 6th. That today, huh? Yep, we get a new 2-day today. Hey, I'll tell you what, if Bitcoin right here were to continue to the upside through the end of this day, we get a new 2-day candle, and this returns oscillator bounces off the zero mean to the top side, and we get bull div. Hey, man, bull div's powerful, right? What is regular divergence? Trend changing, right? Trend changing. The hidden is continuation, right? It's a continuation divergence. So, voila. And it was a continuation of what? This move right here, right? Continuation of this move. And what was that, right? Just div, man. Bear div, playing out from all the way. Yep, right in this area to boom. Higher high on price action, major higher high on price action, lower high on the oscillator. So we get that down move. And we go sideways. It prints a little bull div, turns up a little bit. We get to continuation divergence down. The really, you're not. It's not going to tell you the returns are diminishing, not the entropy indicator. That's just divergence between returns and price action. When you see divergence between, that's why we use divergence between price action and the returns and the market returns, because when you get that divergence, it's going to tell you, hey, right, the return on your investment is diminishing. You might want to think about taking profit here, especially these high time frame divergences. But was the entropy indicator, the only thing this is telling you, entropy to begin with is what? It's just randomness, right? So the entropy indicator tells you when the price action is random or dropping into trend. When you see the entropy on the bottom side of this indicator go blue, it's telling you this is trending price action. Which way is it trending? The correlation is blue, telling you that it's trending to the top side. And the whole time, that's what these standard error bands are so powerful, right? The whole time, the correlation's outside of the standard error bands. And where does it come back in? Right here. Just one candle past that high, right? That 67, whatever that all-time high was. So that's what the entropy indicator. Anything else, random. It's telling you it's random price action. And it's color coordinated, right? So when you see all these blue candles going up all the way to there, that is all trend to the upside. That's why there was another trend to the upside. You go back farther, here's a trend to the downside. All right, trend. This whole move right here. Right? That was that 50% pullback. That was 60 to 30. Powerful little move. Powerful little move. Let's take a peek. Now, we had bull div print on the 3-day, but it rolled over big time. It printed the bull div, right? Did we go up? Yeah. Yeah, we did. Look at the candle from let's blow this up. From the candle open at 53.5, we went up to 59.4. It went up 6K off of this bull div on the 3-day, right? But look what it's printing now. You got a higher high on the oscillator from back there, right? From this point right here. I mean, it's close. It is a little bit of a higher high. So if that high was up here, you got a lower high on price action, right? It's setting up right now. It's setting up hidden bear for more continuation to the downside. All right. And it was almost doing it. Let's see where that peak was. Yeah, right there. It didn't print. But that is some hidden bear, and that 3-day down. So if this move goes up, if this 3-day goes up and rejects off this zero mean and prints more hidden bear, we're going to get more continuation to the downside. 100%. That is what's going to happen. And you can see, like on the 3-day, this whole move to the downside's been random. Whole move on the 3-day, random. 2-day, random. The whole move down. This is all random, not trend at all. Be thankful for that. If this was trending to the downside, you'd probably see this thing mid 30s, so maybe 30K. Who the hell knows? Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does. On that low time frame, it's R2 to tell about returns. No, R2 is just correlation. The coefficient of determination, that's what the R squared is. And it doesn't matter if you're using the R squared, that's what this area is for the returns oscillator. The R squared is just telling you the correlation of that indicator to price action. It's so, I mean, in reality, it's telling you you can say It's telling you the correlation of the indicator to the returns. How's that? That'll answer your question better. So sure, it's telling you the correlation. So just like over here on the returns oscillator, right? So when you're having look where the returns oscillator turns down right here, right? Look at the correlations, pink. That's telling you, the R squared's telling you the correlation between the read on the returns oscillator and price action. Don't believe it. Was it lying to you? The price went straight up while the returns oscillator was coming down. But the R squared was telling you, hey, there's no correlation to this. There's no correlation at all. Is where it started having some correlation. You got this move down, right? Doot, 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 doot. But then it started and it stayed up there for a little while. When it starts really sloping down like that, that's when you're losing it big time. So like right here, the returns oscillator was heading up right here. Correlation was decreasing. That's why we didn't get more of a move. Then it just folded over with this 2-day hidden bear and it just flushed out. Right now, the R squared's flashing. Usually when that does that, there's a move coming. There's a move coming. It's flashing on the entropy too. Right? The entropy's flashing. The R squared. So there we do have a move coming. Like I said, that doesn't mean it's just going to go to one side. And hell, this whole move down on these high time frames, all random. All random. It's happening on the 5-day. Same on the 5-day. This whole move down, all random. And you got this high time frame underneath this Gaussian mean. Here's what I was showing too. I mean, this is where these deviation bands are so powerful. And we'll be getting these out. We're doing upgrades on stuff for we release this. I mean, so look at the 5-day. Nailed the first standard deviation. Look at the 30-day. Went almost to the second, pulled back, closed inside the first. New 3-day candle, boop, went down, bounced right off the first standard deviation. 2-day, same thing. Went down, pretty much nailed the 2SD, went a little bit below it, pulled up almost above it, but this 2-day candle went down, tested the 1SD again, bounced back up. What is flashing on the RO indicator? The R squared. I've just got it in area. This is usually a histogram, right? On the returns oscillator, that's the histogram that comes default. I just switch it to area. That's all that is. And this is the R squared for the smooth, right? For the smooth returns oscillator. If you turn on the unsmooth the unsmooth R squared's on the bottom. It's the bottom histogram or area, however you want to set it up. So yeah, that's what's flashing. But you want to make sure you gotta when you're switching these indicator lengths around, like I've got mine on a 9 smooth length, make sure your alpha square length, alpha squared correlation to price, right? This is the R squared. Make sure it's on a 9, or you're gonna not. No, oh, dude. No, it's not. Nope, it's not no, it's correlation of the read of the returns oscillator to price action. It's not the actual, like you're thinking correlation as in the RO's telling you direction, like we have the CV. No, that's not what it is. No, sir. Nope. It's literally that it'll tell you just like this. See how the returns oscillator turns down here? Or here, look right here where it's positive blue. Let's move this over. See where the returns oscillator starts up right here. You can see a wick to the top side, but it pulled back down. We had this little bit of non-correlation right in here, but when it goes blue again, that's when you really get this move up. Boom, with the move of the returns oscillator. But then it turns down, and right here on this down move, it's negatively correlated, right? You can see we get one little 2-day candle down, but this thing turned around immediately. It's a lot better on lower time frames too. Shows you a lot better on lower time frames. 243. Crap, I'm gonna have a nice dog walk here in a minute. Nasty weather. Supposed to get a bunch of snow too. So good stuff. Let's see, what else can I look at here? You know what? It's this 4-day look like. Man, this thing's probably flipped around by now. Or 4-day, 4 hour, sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, deviation bands. Turn on. Let's try. It's our the deviation bands and the ultimate power mean. They are some of the longest indicators to populate. So what are we doing right here? Well, we're starting to get by the are we getting by it? It's starting to move. Let's see. What the second one on? Check something real quick. Plot one. Yeah, that's the 21. Top one's the 33. So you've got the 33 power mean that I've got set as the log variance MA right up here. That's that white dotted line. That's a reverse wave trend. Where are they both at? They're about almost 52,730. Right? 52.9 is where the reverse wave trend is. So almost 53. I mean, you know, man, this thing could run up here. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm all for Bitcoin going up. Trust me. Trust me. Do not like when Bitcoin dumps out. But like I was telling somebody in another let me turn all this madness off. Actually, I can use this chart over here. Let's go to what about that looks bullish? I mean bearish at all. That's since about 2010, literally. This thing's done nothing but go up. Nothing but go up. Two red candles since 2010. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And people are talking about, oh, crypto, it's crypto winner that. Crypto winner. When Bitcoin, it's just capitulation. Right? That's all it is. That is all it is. See what kind of read we're getting on this. Let me go to perps. It's pouring rain, sleet, crappy weather. 4 hours having an outlier right now, the top side. All right. Returns oscillator bouncing off the zero mean. A little dictator setup's all bullish. This is all random right now, though. Doesn't get any more random, too. Entropy is yellow. Entropy is yellow. So we'll see if this move continues. And you can see the Z-score of historical volatility turned up right there, heading positively correlated. So, of course, price action is going to go up. Of course it is. Like, here is the, sure. It's that one right there. So right when this Z-score starts heading to the top side is right when the correlation it was heading up. Right? Right here. So here's the start of the down move. Boom. It's a little thick for my taste. There we go. And then See how that works? Now explain it. So right here, the z-score of historical volatility does a about face, starts heading down while the correlation's going positive, right? So think of that as volatility going down, positively correlated. Price action starts to walk down. And then right when the historical volatility heads back up, boom, it's negatively correlated, right? It starts slow right about here. Yeah, it's almost perfect. There was this little spot right in the middle. And what is that coming from? That little spot, why it went sideways before it went negatively correlated. Look at the bull wick on that candle. That's why you have that bull wick on that candle, is because right here it's going down, positively correlated to this point. Then right on that candle, boom, it does an about face, starts going up. It's still positively correlated to right there. Then right here, you get that big final couple candles down. Bam, bam, bam. Powerful little indicator. Most people don't even use. It's all good. I use it. Maybe I should trade. Maybe I should trade for a living. 50.8, huh? It's trying to get up, giving a run at this 1SD. Judd, the Bulls want to close above this 1SD. 100%. Bears are going to defend this area big time. Big time. Plus, that is the daily R2, too. Right on top of each other. There's going to be a lot of resistance right there. A lot of resistance. And while people are using just data sets, right? Just using tops of data sets and stuff. There ain't no data set right here, right? Anywhere. So it's like, well, why is there a bunch of resistance there? What's creating the resistance right there? Deviation in price action volatility range. That's what we use as resistance and support levels, right? Deviation levels and price action volatility ranges. It's the only true support and resistances there are, in my opinion. Yep. The only true ones. And we're not saying, when we say that, we're not saying it can't get by there. That's why you've heard me say a million times, hey, we close some 4 hour, say, or 15-minute during the day here. We start closing some 15-minute candles above that 1SD. It makes a run, comes back, bounces off the 1SD, makes a little run, comes back, bounces off the 1SD. That's almost a no brainer to me. This thing's about to pop. Where's it about to pop to? Probably to the second standard deviation and the 95.4 Laplace that are right on top of each other. Right. And what's right above it? The daily R4. You very rarely get outside these daily resistance levels. Look at the dump we had. Where did it stop? Right at the S4 of the daily. It went just a little bit below it. A little bit below it. Not only did it do that, this is the 5th standard deviation on that daily candle. This went to like a 6 standard deviation and outside the daily S4 on that wick. This thing's damn sure bound to pull back up. And where did it pull back inside of? 4 standard deviation here. Boom, it bounced. Here's the 3rd. So it immediately comes up, boom, rejects off the 3rd, comes back down. This is the 99.7 Laplace. Bounces right off of it. And then where did we close inside? Here's the 3rd standard deviation right here, right? So there was a 99.7% chance after all this price action that we were going to close inside this 3rd standard deviation. Hell, we almost closed inside the 2nd, but it rejected off the 2nd. We closed right here below. But there was a 95.4% chance that price action closed up here somewhere. It did know, right? So the 4.6% won out. But that's the way to read these deviation levels. You got to know these percentages. Hey, are the percentages on your side? What's up? What is more probable? That's what this is all about. It's what this is all about. Like today, there's a 68.3% chance the price closes in this range right here. And it has literally ranged inside to 68.3. You get outside there, there's a 95.4% chance it closes in between here and here. Second standard deviation range. Boom, boom. Beautiful. So where do we go from here? Not financial advice. Good mortgage or get a third mortgage on your house and go all in. That's what everybody's trying to do, right? Everybody wants to find the bottom instead of just trading the volatility intraday. When you start doing that, you could give a shit less where the bottom is or the top is or where anything else is. You know where the daily standard deviation levels are at. You know where the volatility ranges are at for the daily. Trade them using this chart and this chart, right? Both on the 15-minute. It's what I do. When I'm in a trading session, it's exactly what I do. And everything on both those charts was saying, hey, this is a long. When everybody else is just like, oh shit, do I long this? Bitcoin's bear. We're in a bear market. Crypto winter. Oh shit. I don't want to counter trade. It'd be like, I'm telling you, macro, this thing is still bullish. Bitcoin's always bullish. Bitcoin is always bullish. This is the fucking problem with bears. A lot of bears never make any money. They'll make money, but they keep trying to short the damn market. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I really think, because there are games, and the bears are way dumber than the bulls. They really are. The bulls get wrecked too, though. Why? Because they're not, neither side is able to look at the other. They always just want to be bearish. They always just want to be bullish. And most of the time they're counter trading and doing some of the dumbest things ever. It's like, man, you got to trade what this crazy ass volatile market gives you. That's why there's nothing else like this in the world. It has got the most volatility you will probably ever see. At some point, this thing is going to level out. Maybe at a $10 trillion market cap, when it gobbles up, when Bitcoin's at 10 trillion, when it gobbles up gold's market cap, that's coming. 3 to 5 years, probably. More probably 3 years. You're going to see probably Bitcoin having that big of a market cap. It wouldn't shock me at all. Wouldn't shock me at all. At all. That only puts Bitcoin literally like 350K or something crazy. Under 400K, I think. You can do the math. I could be wrong at these numbers. I don't even know what the market cap is right now, but yeah. It's going to be interesting. Oh, yeah, it's only at 1 trillion right now, isn't it? It's a little under 1 trillion. That's right. So, if this thing's going to go to 10 trillion, yeah, 500K Bitcoin. Halfway to a mil. Easily. At a $500,000 Bitcoin, Bitcoin is at gold's market cap. And it's sound money. That's what these gold guys are insane. They're always talking about gold sound money, gold sound money. It's like, yeah, maybe at one time. But when the central banks are involved and me and MJ were talking about it, all the paper gold and all the shit, it has literally ruined the gold market, the silver market. They are totally manipulated. You can't manipulate Bitcoin. There's an actual supply cap on it. You can't just print fucking paper gold. It's ridiculous, man. And this is where the gold bugs just don't understand that Bitcoin is sound money and it's going to take over gold as the actual sound money. All right, that rant's over. Let's see here. What do we got going on? How do you like that, MJ? Look at our pet project right back where we started, buddy. Hopefully you bought some more at the bottom down there at $6. But yeah, not financial advice. I'm going to give a shout out though in this last couple minutes of this stream. Look into a project. Good Games Guild. Guilds are going to be huge, in my opinion. Gaming guilds. There's literally only 6. There's only 6. Let's see here.
Well, why are you giving away all our secrets?
Hey, I'm trying to pump my bag, man. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so, and this is you guys, Just not financial advice, but you might want to look into Good Games Guild. Let's see here. Now, see right here, if you didn't know, when you pull up stuff, there's going to be a tag. See Gaming Guild? You click on Gaming Guild, it's going to take you to the gaming guilds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's usually only 7, right? Top of the food chain right now, the $414 million market cap is Yield Guild Games. Number 2 is Merit Circle, where a crazy buddy freaking Becker and Elio, they've talked about Merit Circle. Look into Good Games Guild. This thing's got a $10 million market cap right now. And what they're doing, I read the white paper and I was pretty floored. And I was like, where's my ape outfit? I'm getting ready to ape into this sucker. And I did. I aped in big time. It's all good. Got Unix, PathDAO. These are both new, MJ. Literally. Got Blockchain Space Guild. So what is a guild? It doesn't matter what game you're playing. These are all gamers are combining into these guilds and they're sharing like all their NFTs and stuff. And they're going to be renting out Axie characters. It's powerful what they're building. You got to look into it. Hell, I'm new to it. That's why I can't put too good of a spin on it. But when I really do get a good handle on it, I'll give a good little.
Well, what they're also doing is they're
right now,
buying.
yeah, it's just gamers, right?
They're buying good assets.
They're all coming together, and it's profit sharing. And you can stake this. You can stake Good Games Guild, right? They have a special vault. It's literally paying like 40% APY right now. I am literally staking it's going to be probably about 4 tokens a day at a $10 million market cap. I'm already going to be making $30 a day at a $10 million market cap. You imagine if this thing's at a $260 million market cap and this thing does a 20x? What am I going to be staking? I'm still going to be making the same amount of tokens. Holy shit, man. I'm going to bury my ledgers and I'm going to live off my staking rewards on Good Games Guild. All right. Let's get off Good Games Guild. Oh, one more. Give you a little shout out here. Okay. Oh, that ain't it. Let's go back to CoinMarketCap real quick. Let me just put in Donkey. I thought I knew the damn website. Check out, if you guys are into yield farming, Don is the token. Donkey! Let's go to the website. Donkey last night got listed on KuCoin. What happened? As soon as it got listed on KuCoin, 40% dump. That's what it happens. It happens. But there it is. Yeah, don-key.finance. Check this out. It is pretty freaking cool what they're doing. Pretty freaking cool. And if you yield farm, you can stake Donkey token. But it's a pretty cool what they got out. There's different farmers, and it's like a social media copy trade thing when you farm. It's pretty cool. Another one I would highly suggest checking out. Not financial advice ever, just something to look into. We live in the crazy world of crypto. With that being said, if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, we are Alpha Trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics, and we love to teach people to do the same. The link to our Discord is in the description of all of our YouTube videos. Come check us out. Follow the welcome message. It'll lead you right to what you need to be doing, right? You want to trade volatility, probability, and statistics? That welcome message will lead you in the right direction. Thanks, guys, for watching live in the YouTube. Nice, MJ posting Good Games Guild. Beautiful website. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you live at in the metaverse. And I will see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you guys.